Have you ever done something and immediately felt that uncomfortable twist in your chest? That tight little knot that whispers, "Why did I do that?" Maybe you kept texting someone you know is bad for you. Maybe you justified a lie. Maybe you swore you would eat healthy and then destroyed an entire box of cookies at midnight. That tension you feel, that internal pull between what you believe and how you act, has a name. It's called cognitive dissonance. And once you understand it, you'll start seeing it everywhere, in yourself and in everyone around you. Cognitive dissonance is the mental discomfort you feel when your behavior doesn't match your beliefs, your values, or the image you have of yourself. Humans like to think we are consistent. We like to believe we always do what makes sense, but the truth is more complicated. When our actions contradict our identity, the mind scrambles for relief. It hates inconsistency. It hates saying one thing and doing another. So instead of changing our behavior, we often change the story we tell ourselves. That story is what protects us from shame, guilt, self-doubt, and embarrassment. Imagine someone who smokes. They know smoking is bad for their health. Their belief says, "I should stop," but their behavior says, "I'm lighting up today." That gap between belief and action creates intense discomfort. And instead of facing the truth, the brain might say things like, "Well, my grandfather smoked and lived to be 90, or I only smoke when I'm stressed, or at least I'm not doing something harder." These are mental band-aids. They don't fix the wound, but they cover it long enough to avoid dealing with it. But cognitive dissonance isn't just about habits. It shows up in relationships, politics, money, careers, everywhere humans make choices that don't fully align with who they want to be. Think about staying in a relationship that no longer feels right. Deep down, you know you deserve better, but you've invested time, emotions, and maybe even your identity. Leaving feels painful, so your mind creates reasons to stay. Maybe it's not that bad, or all couples fight, or at least I'm not alone. These thoughts reduce the discomfort, but they also keep you stuck. This also explains why people defend their decisions even when they know they're wrong. Admitting a mistake means confronting the fact that your belief and your actions didn't match. And for the ego, that can feel like a threat. That's why someone can buy an expensive product they regret and then praise it endlessly, or vote for a politician who disappoints them and then double down instead of admitting it, or keep chasing a dream they no longer want just because they don't want to feel like they wasted years of effort. The brain would rather twist reality than confront the pain of inconsistency. One of the most fascinating parts about cognitive dissonance is how invisible it is while it's happening. You don't feel yourself lying, you feel yourself explaining, you feel yourself reasoning, you feel like the things you're saying are completely logical. But what you're actually doing is protecting your identity. Your mind would rather distort the world than admit that your actions didn't match your values. Psychologists discovered that the more effort we put into something, the harder it is to admit it wasn't worth it. This is why people stay in dead-end jobs. It's why people cling to beliefs long after they've stopped making sense. It's why leaving a toxic situation feels harder the longer you stay. The brain hates feeling like it wasted effort, so it tells you to keep going, even when stopping would actually save you. But here's the part that matters most. Cognitive dissonance isn't a flaw. It's a signal. It's your mind telling you something is out of alignment. That knot in your chest, that tension, that justification, that is the moment your deeper self is asking you to pay attention. Instead of covering the discomfort with excuses, you can use it as a compass. It can point to something you need to change, something you need to confront, or something you need to let go of. Cognitive dissonance shows up strongest in the moments where you outgrow old versions of yourself. When the way you live doesn't fit the person you're becoming, the tension hurts more. And that pain is actually an invitation. It's a chance to grow. It's a chance to ask yourself, what belief do I need to update? What action do I need to change? What truth am I avoiding? Imagine how different your life would feel if you stopped trying to convince yourself that things are fine when they're not. Imagine letting the discomfort be honest instead of hidden. Imagine acting in a way that matches who you want to be instead of explaining away the parts that don't. Cognitive dissonance isn't there to punish you. It's there to guide you. So the next time you feel that internal conflict, don't run from it. Listen to it. Let it show you where you're not being fair to yourself. Let it show you where your actions and your identity need to reconnect. And when you finally align the two, that tight knot loosens. Your choices feel cleaner, your self-respect grows, and the mental noise quiets down. Cognitive dissonance is uncomfortable, but it's also powerful. It shows you where your truth is hiding. And when you face that truth instead of arguing with it, you begin to live with clarity instead of contradiction. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos. Until next time.